feeling cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you think you.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I'm sorry I'm late as hell, but I had to finish talking to Chandrika from my interview I did today before. So much has happened, and I'm so excited about the things that are about to go on with this channel and with me and the new connection that I've been making. And I apologize for being so damn late to this. I know I said it's going to be 8 o'clock, and I'm almost an hour late, but nevertheless, I'm here. We have to get into Wendy Osefo because what in the fuck is going on? Okay. So before we do this, let's jump into the business of this channel. If you want to join the SoDeb Nation, turn your notifications, turn them on all so you're notified every time I go live and post new videos. Like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, y'all. And I don't know if y'all know what I'm saying kind of in the comment section, but like after the video is over with, go in the comment section and comment down in the comment section. And then if you're here in the live, comment over here in the comment section. I'm gonna say what's up. Let's play this intro and let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
And I am back. What's going on, y'all? I know some of these are like really early because of my original post. What's going on to Miss Wilson? She says, "Hey, SoDeb in chat." What's going on to One Who Cares? Good evening, SoDeb and mods in chat. What's going on to Mary Brassard? Hello, SoDeb in chat. What's going on to Miss Platinum 2001? Hello, SoDeb again. What's up, girl? One man, don't try me. What's going on? What's going on? And happy Friday to you as well. Yeah, I want to get to Wendy. As you guys know, we talked about Wendy from my review from Potomac. I was not expecting the news that we just got today. I was not. And I think that it's so ironic that we're getting into this because one thing that they were telling Stacey on this show was we got to hold people accountable. And so Wendy is one of the people who was like, oh, she treated Monique like shit. She treated Mia like shit, and she treated Stacey like shit, and now she's in the shit. So I want to get into what Wendy got going on right now, and let me tell you something right now before we get into it. I do not hate Wendy, and I don't want to hear that I hate Wendy or nothing like that. But I want to get into Wendy because it's so ironic to me that like we got to hold everybody accountable, but ma'am, you're doing what you're doing. It doesn't make sense to me. So let's jump into it, okay? Let me put it right here. All right. So Real Housewives of Atlanta star husband charged. Real Housewives of Atlanta star husband charged in Maryland with fraudulent reportedly burglary theft. They don't even have Wendy in this right now. Let's see if we can listen to this.
Watch your favorite teams live. Watch your local teams live. Stream 200 plus live channels without.
Breaking at noon out of Carroll County, Real Housewives of Potomac star Dr. Wendy Acefo and her husband Eddie Acefo were indicted and arrested on fraud charges. Investigators say they found over $20,000 worth of items the couple claimed was all stolen, was actually returned to stores.
The way that they were scamming y'all is insane to me. They were reporting that people stole from them and they were taking the shit back to the stores, allegedly. And let me put up my allegedly banner.
Couple had reported a $200,000 burglary at their home in Finksburg in 2024. Both have since been released.
Wendy and Eddie are insane to me, y'all. I am just like, I'm flabbergasted. So let's take this down. Make sure you guys see this. Okay, here we go. So Real Housewives star and her husband were arrested in Carroll County on allegations they lied about a burglary, according to the Carroll County Sheriff's Office. Wendy and Eddie Acefo were arrested Thursday, the sheriff said in a statement. Wendy Acefo, 40, indicated on 7 accounts of insurance fraud, 8 counts of conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, and 1 count of false statement to a police officer, according to court documents obtained by WBAL TV 11 News. She has been one of the main cast members of Real Housewives of Potomac since joining the show in 2020. Eddie Acefo, 41, was indicted on 9 counts of insurance fraud, 8 counts of conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, and 1 count of false statements to a police officer, the court documents show. What is this from? This is from WBLA TV. Okay. What investigators say happened since? The court document says that Acefo filed 3 insurance claims for the alleged loss suffered while they were away. The sheriff's office said that detectives found that more than $20,000 of the items were reported stolen were actually returned to stores where they were purchased for a full refund. The fact that Wendy and her husband reported these things and then took this shit back to the stores before they reported this stolen is insane to me. Like, insane. Okay. The court document states Eddie Acefo gave record statements to 2 of the insurance companies regarding a list of stolen items he provided. He was asked whether any of the items on the list had been returned, which he denied. He was asked if he had the other insurance, but failed to disclose the other homestead and jurors that was also making a claim with travelers. So what I learned from a Girl Is This Legal was this. So basically what she was saying is that they were saying that when they were reporting these things, they were saying that because if their insurance was from the jewelry, their insurance jewelry, they said no, because if it was like home insurance, it's 2 different things. So I do understand that part. So basically, I think they're going to try to get off by saying like it wasn't fraud. They were just saying that, oh, my wedding ring was stolen. But so when the home insurance was asking them for this, well, that had to do with like them invading my home. That's what I learned from that. Court document investigators obtained email between couple. The court documents detain an email the disputes attained in which Eddie Acefo is accused of sending a list of reportedly stolen items to Wendy Acefo. The email asked if there were additional high value items we can add to the inventory listed. i.e. Chanel shoes. I'm trying to get the total to exceed $423,000, which is our policy maximum, the court document states. So what Simone was saying is that they should do this because the high value things will get them basically what they got back. But if they didn't, if that stuff wasn't stolen from them, then it's fraud. At the time of their assets dispute, deputies executed a search and seized warrants in the house and found at least 15 items that appear to be the same ones claimed stolen during the alleged burglary, according to the court documents. So I want to get into this because the main thing is this. What they were doing was they were saying that during this burglary, people stole stuff from them, but they also had returned these things to the stores before they reported this burglary. So basically, they were trying to recover from the things that Wendy basically rented from these stores. What are y'all doing? And I know we were talking about the other day, what was Eddie's job? Eddie is an attorney. He does like taxes or whatever. He's like a tax attorney. Why would y'all put yourself in this position? If this is true, they are the world's dumbest criminals. They really are, allegedly. This is sad. He's a lawyer, and he's a lawyer, isn't he? OMG, he isn't. He is a lawyer. These people stay ruining their lives. It's so crazy because to me, and I said this on the other live, it's so crazy to me that Wendy is always like trying to hold everybody accountable. She tried to hold Monique accountable for the Candace thing. She's holding Karen accountable for her things. But ma'am, you are doing insurance fraud. You are literally doing insurance fraud. To me, Wendy, like, and I hope that if they put this on this next season, this is a group. They said, Giselle said, this is a group they hold people accountable. Hold her ass accountable. You're doing insurance fraud. So this is from People Magazine. Says what we need to know. Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie Osefo have been arrested and booked on fraud charges in Maryland. The Real Housewives of Potomac star is facing 16 charges, according to Westmire Police Department. And the pair were booked in Westmire, Maryland on Thursday, October the 9th. So from what I know, oh, I didn't read that. Okay, I didn't show it up. So what I know is that Wendy has 7 charges and Eddie has 9. I'm not sure from these, do they show which ones that Wendy was, and it says I didn't show you guys this. I'm sorry. This is what I was reading from. Let's keep reading. Dr. Wendy Osefo, Real House of Atlanta of Potomac, and her husband Eddie Osefo have been arrested and booked on fraud charges. The reality star, 41, and her husband are facing 16 charges, 7 of which are felonies. These are 7 felonies related to alleged false misleading info fraud in excess of $300, the Westmore Police Department confirmed to People. The pair were booked in Westmire, Maryland on Thursday, October the 9th. TMZ was the first to report this news. According to the police, the couple claimed designer bags and jewelry were missing from their bedroom during a reported burglary in Jamaica in April 2024. Before Wendy was allegedly seen wearing one of the diamond rings in a later social media post. Let's rewind. According to police, the couple claimed designer bags and jewelry were missing from their bedroom during a reported burglary in Jamaica in 2024 before Wendy was allegedly seen wearing one of the diamond rings in a later social media post. What are you doing, Wendy? This is why I don't give Wendy no slack when it comes to this shit, because she's so above everybody else. I'm about to hold you accountable. I hope that Monique come back full time next season, because the way that she treated Monique, where she couldn't be held accountable because of that fight with her and Candace, I want them to hold Wendy to the fucking fire. And I just was saying this on my live the other day. It's so crazy that Wendy want to hold everybody accountable. Like she's so dismissive of people who making mistakes. But now, ma'am, you are in trouble. You got arrested for fraud. It was so stupid. Like, you holding everybody else accountable, ma'am. You are in you got arrested for fraud. Let's go here. No one was arrested, and the thing is, they went into the house, right? They said that Wendy and Eddie have like a window over their toilet, and so they were saying that somebody had to step onto the toilet, and then they found like a screen from the window on the roof, but there were no footprints on the roof on the toilet seat, because otherwise you couldn't even get into the house, which means allegedly they lying. So this is why I'm just like, y'all gotta be fucking kidding me. Now, one thing that I did learn from Girl Is That Legal was sometimes people like who have like a lot of money, they'll get a fake piece of jewelry that resembles the same piece of jewelry, like the main one. So let's say that like my husband bought me like a diamond ring, right? And it's so expensive that I don't want to walk around with this expensive piece of jewelry on in like spaces where people may rob me. So I might make a replica of this, like a fake one, just in case. So this is their argument, is that maybe this could be what it is. Now, what I also heard was Carroll County is a very small space, like a small place in Maryland. So I think people were asking, like, why are they doing a press release of this? But there were so many people that were inquiring about the situation. And so they did this because they don't want to have to keep answering a lot of questions from other people, because they're the county of Carroll County is like that the jail people, the people that work in that justice system is very small. So instead of them having to answer the phone multiple times, they just did a press release. So people want to understand why that's happening. This is why they did it. And so what they're saying is that they reported 3 separate insurance claims for the same thing, which means, like, let's say that my jewelry was stolen. They're saying that they did it basically like from their insurance for their jewelry, for the home, and let's say like your auto insurance. So they did 3 different claims. So 2 of those are false claims because it has nothing to do with this, what's going on with them. And they were returned. And which, from my understanding, he didn't have to disclose that he had other insurance because if it was for the jewelry, he doesn't have to explain like other insurance for like I said, home insurance. I think like that. His insurance for his jewelry was just based off the jewelry insurance. But travelers insurance is the same thing. Like you don't have to report your jewelry for your travel insurance. So I think that that's what Eddie thought he was doing. But Eddie's an attorney, so this part is very confusing to me. So this is what they got going on, y'all. So let's keep on reading. Law enforcement officials in Maryland are sharing the latest on the felony charges. The felony charges. Look, y'all. Felony fraud case involving the Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy, Dr. Wendy, and Eddie Osefo. The Carroll County Sheriff's Office addressed the news only hours after Osefos were busted on 16 charges related to a burglary they reported last year at their home. I would like to think that Wendy and Eddie are not this damn stupid. Now, one could say this. Let me put myself here. I would not be surprised if this is coming because he has that cannabis line. Okay, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're going after Eddie because that cannabis business they have is being lucrative. And it's still like a black man selling rugs with the D, right? But the fraud thing is just so concerning to me. It's like, why would y'all even put yourself in this position? And then if you go and look at them and their mug shots, and they wrong for doing Wendy like this, but these mug shots, why are they both smiling? Wendy's lace front, baby. I ain't a Nicki Minaj fan, but that's a bum ass lace front. Wendy's lace front is insane to me. But the fact that she's smiling in this picture, and so is Eddie, they're smiling, is a little concerning. It says, as we report, cops say the Osefos claim several designer bags and jewelry have been stolen, but an investigator found Wendy purchased and returned the items before the alleged burglary. Police also say Wendy posted a photo on social media wearing a diamond ring she claims was stolen, and the post went up after the alleged burglary. And I'm assuming this is the picture with her ring right here that she claimed was stolen. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? So they posted bail and then they put out a statement. So it says a rep for Wendy Osefo and Eddie Osefo have released a statement. Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie Osefo, I'm gonna say Eddie, it says Edward, but Eddie Osefo are back home safely with their family and in good spirits. They are grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from friends, fans, and colleagues. The Osefos, alongside their legal team, look forward to their day in court. At this time, they respectfully ask for privacy as they focus on their family and their legal process ahead. We ain't got time for it because ain't didn't just Giselle just tell say that this is a group of accountability. Where is the accountability for this? And I think that this is true. I believe that it is true. Let's get to this one. Update: Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie were arrested due to an alleged 4,500K insurance fraud claim. Couples alleged their home was burglarized, but investigators claim Wendy was still wearing that stolen jewelry after the report. This is from Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors, more details have been revealed as to why Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie were locked the hell up in Maryland, and it looks like police may have good reason. According to TMZ, this same entire thing stemmed from the couple reporting a burglary in April of last year. In that police report, they claimed some luxurious items were missing, including a diamond ring, purse, and etc. Sounds normal, right? Well, child, an investigator discovered that some of those items that were stolen were actually still in the couple's possession. That diamond ring, investigators found it on her damn finger. They claimed she was wearing it in a social media post. Oh, and those bags. Investigators say they returned items to the store before the alleged burglary even took place. It's really bad because the couple had claimed a $450,000 personal property loss to an insurance company. As previously reported, Wendy is facing 16 total charges, which Wendy is not facing 16 charges. She's facing 7, and Eddie's facing 9, including 7 felonies. She's accused of providing false or misleading information involving fraud evidence. $300. What's the $300 about? That's what I understand. They must have been hanging out with the Gabadia or something. This isn't like that. I'm confused about what's going on with them. Let me see if I have something else. Oh, I wanted to get into this too. So they asked Candace about this. I think Candace found out about it while this was going on. This is what I want to get into for real, because I haven't seen anybody post about this part, but let's get into this. So Candace Dillard Bassett hints that Wendy Osefo may have been arrested so they could make an example out of her. $300, and we're arresting a mother and a father. Let's see what Candace is saying here. But were they actually guilty of this? Because I mean, I can see it like we're accusing them and it's not true. But if they did that, like Candace, we could look at Monique the same way. You know, you was talking shit and then she actually whooped your ass. I do think it's because of the marijuana business. And I feel like when black people, I think with alcohol, with marijuana, they do not want us in those businesses. And so I can agree with Candace on this. I think that this is the reason why they're targeting them. But I also want to understand that did they actually commit this fraud? But if she really did it, are you still the same ways? And are you going to hold her accountable? Because Giselle said that friend group was a group of accountability. So are you going to hold her accountable for this? And I think that when you go back to like Monique, when you go back to Stacy, y'all want to hold them accountable for things. But like Wendy, this is some serious charges. Are we going to be in the same space? Giselle even said when it came to Karen, she has 4 DUIs. She needs to be held accountable. Well, baby Dave is stealing money for years. So should they be held accountable? Eddie looks so happy in his mugshot. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he probably been on Happy Eddie. That's probably why he looks so happy. That mugshot of Wendy is insane to me. And I don't even know what just happened. Well, let's move over here to Mia because Mia has something to say too. Now, I ain't see what Mia got to say, but let's listen to what Mia got to say. I don't think that Mia is shocked at all. See, and when she said Miss 4 Degrees had it together, I don't think that Mia is shocked. So even Mia is chiming in. I think that I wish that Karen was able to respond to this. I don't think that she would respond in a negative way because of what she's been going through. But I wish that she could be, but she don't have a dog in the fight right now. So these are the things I want to pull up about Wendy. I'm gonna say this. Let me pull this stuff down. I want to say this about this entire situation. I think the fact that Wendy has been playing all these games about being accountable for things that people on the show are doing, I think Monique can say it best for me.
See, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite.
That clown is gonna come back to bite. And she's been so high strung on the first one that I've seen was Monique. When Monique had brought them to that house and showed them that she was trying to hold herself accountable, and Wendy could not receive it. And I'm like, well, what the like? Why are you so pressed on her? She's apologizing. And then we get to this season with Stacy, and she can't. She want to hold Stacy accountable. Well, ma'am, now they got to hold you accountable for your fraud, right? Because this is the group they hold people accountable for. That's what they just said the last episode. We got to hold you accountable. Well, I mean, are you fraud? Like, shall I hide my purse? Hide my man? Hide my wife? Are you going to steal my credit cards out of my purse? Because it's no fun when the rabbit got the GUN. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Wendy has been building this on her own self. She could have been a way better person to a lot of people on the show. Kiana, I want to give it to her when it comes to Wendy about the show they got going on right now. But when it comes to Monique and when it comes to Karen, I'm always going to stand 10 toes down on Wendy right now. You've been on their asses about being accountable for the things that they got going on. But now you're in a case where you've been arrested for fraud. Ma'am? Now you have no room to talk about anybody. You better come on this bitch and be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Because you have been holding all these girls to these high-ass standards. Oh, you can't deal because Monique had got to that fight with Candace. Man, where's my purse? Where is my purse? Do you have my social security card? Because you a thief at this point. When it comes to Stacey lying about TJ, ma'am, your husband, he's stealing with you. Release me. You're never going to win when you're playing dirty. And I'm not saying this like karma's for Wendy, but you should be humble when people are apologizing to you about things that they allegedly did. Because now you in your own shit. And I cannot imagine. I want to be Monique. I want to be Karen to come on this show when she shows back on this show to hold her ass accountable. Because ain't no way that you done ran my ass with the ground for all these seasons. And you committing fraud. OMG, yes, Deb. I remember, I think was Wendy's first season too, or second, but she was going hard for them without even know. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You went so hard on Monique about being accountable, and when she sat there and she brought you to a whole house to apologize to you guys, and she was like, "I don't feel like you're being accountable." Well, you aren't being accountable because you oversteal people's money. Her name has to be Fraudulent Wendy. Wendy Fraudulent. I'm gonna find another. Wendy O Fraudulent. I never like how Wendy treated these people who went through these things, and then she had no space in her heart to forgive anybody. She wouldn't get it from me. I'm sorry. And I'm sure that Monique is going to give her the good graces of that because she knows how it feels. But until you go through it, you never know what it's like. But now, like, you got 7 charged as a fraud. Your husband is a damn attorney. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Wendy, sit down. Wendy, sit down. Wendy, sit down. Wendy, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Shit is crazy to me. And I keep saying, I'm like, I don't understand why she has such a hard on for these women who have made mistakes. Dr. Jailbird, Dr. Jailbird to you, sweetie. That's what it's going to be. Wait a damn minute. He's an attorney for taxes. So financially, he should have known that this was not going to work. They said that Wendy and him were reporting that a burglary happened in their home, but before the burglary happened, they had returned this jewelry to the store and got a refund. This is not an accident. Y'all purposely reported shit that y'all returned to a store and said somebody robbed you for this. Be humble and sit down. I have not been a fan of Wendy's, and I keep saying I feel like she's better than everybody else. But baby, come here, babe. Don't be late to the party. Where's my little Nas X at? Where's my little Nas X at?
Go ahead, babe. Na 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 na.
Go ahead, babe. Nah. Sit down and be humble, baby, because the way you've been holding these women accountable for shit that they have done that has not even a fraction to what you have done is insane to me. It's insane to me.
Go ahead, babe. Nah.
Go ahead, babe. Don't be late to the party. Karma is a looking down on folks from her ivory tower instead of giving grace to others when needed. Lady Blues 57. I can't say any better than you can because that's the truth. She should have. There was no anger behind what she did from other cast members or people who she was doing a fraud with, right? Monique had an issue with Candace. They got into a scuffle, okay? There's friction between two people. Karen, when I had happy time, drove a car. It was friction between Karen and the damn tree. Not between two people. But Wendy went out here and actually purposely lied and tried to claim stolen property for 3 different things, which, listen, like the attorney said, it could be true that she didn't claim it on all 3 because of the different type of insurance. But ma'am, you're wearing the jewelry in the purses. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead, babe. I don't know what to say about Wendy, but I know one thing for certain thing for sure. Giselle just said on this show that they hold people accountable. She better be held accountable. If they bring Robin's ass back onto the show, she'll be held accountable as well. But Wendy, she's the main one who can't talk to nobody. She dismissed Monique so fucking fast because of that fight. Oh, I don't feel like you're taking accountability. Are you going to take accountability for you being a thief? Allegedly. Put my allegedly banner back up. Allegedly, are you going to take responsibility for being a thief? These people on the show are so holier than thou until then it's you. And it's sad because it's Monique, and now it's Karen, and now it's Wendy. 3 women on the same damn franchise is insane to me. Nah. Go ahead, babe. I don't understand why Wendy, and I keep saying, I don't understand why she's so hard on them. But now it's time to be humble and sit down. And let's see how it's going to work for you. Are you going to take responsibility for what you do? Are you going to lie? I'm excited to see. Are we going to see at the end for the reunion about Wendy's court case? Will she show up at the reunion? Karen didn't. Will Wendy show up? I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Guys, I don't have much more to talk about because I think that was my last clip that I had on here about this. Yes. Mia spoke out. Candace spoke out. I read you guys what's going on between Wendy and her husband. I feel sad for their kids, to be honest. Make sure you guys support the channel. You can do Cash App or Super Chat. Don't forget about those things. Or if all else fails, like the video and comment in the comment section, please. All right. I'm getting out of here, you guys, because today is Friday. It's time for me to go and rest and enjoy my rest of my day. But I had to come to you guys because after my interview. Oh, make sure you guys check out my interview I did with Chandrika from Kenny and the Gang before this. Great interview. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.
I did it, 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 you did it, I did it, you did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, did it, I did it, I did it. I did it. I